Hey everyone, I'm Louisa McCabe and I'm your professor for portfolio class. Now, this semester, unlike other semesters, half of you have signed up to this class as an independent study. Now, the fact is, this class kind of functions like an independent study anyway. So we will meet together for one meeting at the beginning of the semester, possibly later in the semester as well. But the fact is, I deal with each one of you as an individual as the semester progresses. So if I'm making it sound like a class, it's actually an individual experience you're all going to have. So don't worry about that. The weird thing is that Brightspace has set up two separate classes. One including everybody for the lecture class, and the other including everybody for the independent study people. But for some reason, all of you are on everything. So what I've chosen to do is just use the Brightspace page for the lecture class. So don't worry about it. Just sign up to that. You'll be fine, and it will function like an independent study. If anyone has any questions about this, we're going to be meeting on February the 8th at 11 a.m. on Zoom, and I'll send you the link. Or you can just email me. All of that's fine. What's crucial in this class is staying in touch. That's what makes an online class work. And you are allowed a lot of leeway to do your own thing in the way that you want to do it. But being in touch is crucial. Even if you don't have anything to tell me, you don't have anything to show me, we need to be in touch once a week. Please start the semester being in touch. I am Louisa McCabe. I've been teaching at City Tech for 20 years now. I just celebrated this semester 20 years at City Tech, but I used to live in New York, and I used to come in for classes at the campus on J Street. 2015, I moved to France, and I've continued to do portfolio class ever since then online. So COVID was kind of normal for me, not so much for you guys. I know that anyone who was in school during COVID, it was very stressful for the professors and for the students. And I hope that this class isn't too triggering for you, bringing back bad memories of how hard it was to do an online class. Because honestly, it's pretty much me and you individually talking. So it's not like it tends not to be when there's, all of you on a Zoom call and me, and I'm trying to talk to everybody at the same time. It's not that kind of a class. It is a one-on-one thing. And you get a lot of attention, and you get a lot of help, and you get a lot of support. So I was a graphic designer starting in the 80s. Then I lived in London for a while, and I designed a lot of stuff there. Then I came back to New York, and that's when I started teaching at City Tech in addition to doing the design work. And like I said, now I'm in France. So the time difference here is 6 hours. So if I meet with you in the morning at, say, 9 o'clock, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. This makes it harder for me to meet with you in the evenings, but I try to schedule everything on Sunday mornings and Monday mornings, and we'll talk more about that later. But for this first week, I want to make sure that you're on Brightspace and you know what you're supposed to be doing there, that you've signed up to your Dropbox, and I think I've sent you invites already, that you've received the first class flyer and the syllabus, which if I haven't sent it to you already, I will send it to you in an hour or so. Those will also be on Brightspace under content, where it says basically table of contents. It's the content for the class. So there's a section that will be called first class flyer and syllabus. Syllabus is what's going to happen all semester. The first class flyer is what's going to happen for the first class and what you need to bring. So yeah, like I said, the Zoom class is on Saturday the 8th at 11 a.m. New York time. If you can't make it, I'm going to record it, but it's actually much better if you can make it. If you can make time for that one class for us all to meet together, it just makes life a lot simpler. I'll send up the Zoom link directly to you, but also post it on Brightspace. There'll be a calendar there that it also says February the 8th. It's also on the first class flyer, February the 8th. And the meeting schedule, which is for either Sunday morning or Monday morning, will be also posted on Brightspace, also sent to you. So there's all these different ways that you can get this information. You just need to get sort of into the loop and you'll get everything. When I say you need to be in touch, ideally we meet every week. The thing with meeting every week is the people who do best in this class meet with me every week. It's just easier. It's easier to be accountable. It's easier to make progress and get even a little bit more progress there. And again, I'm going to be talking more about this later. However, sometimes you just can't make it, or you're sick, or you don't have anything to show me, and it's not going to be a useful conversation. So you email me. You stay in touch. You say, I can't do it this morning. My church has an outing. I got to go on it. You email me, say that. And then sometimes you do have work, but you still can't meet with me. So you update your Dropbox, and I send you notes via email. There are even occasions when I can't make it. So then update your work on Dropbox, and I send you notes via email. You make the effort to stay in touch with me, and I definitely will make the efforts to stay in touch with you. And it's good practice for when you're a professional designer. Lots of people do remote work these days. Your boss will expect you to be in touch. If you are consistently in touch with your boss and with me, they grow in confidence with you. A lot of people say that if you do remote work, you do less work. I've found this not to be the case. But if you want your boss to trust you to get the job done, be in touch with him or her or them. The point is, communication is necessary because you don't run into each other in the hallway. You don't go out to lunch together because me and you are in different countries, or you're working for somebody who's got an office somewhere else. So you need to create that kind of running into the hallway conversation on your own, and you will be much more successful that way. Okay, read the first class flyer and just follow the instructions, and we'll be up and running easily and quickly. So you this week need to have access to Brightspace. Go on our site and just take a look around, and particularly go through the course materials. There's a bunch of articles there. There's instructions on how to make an animated GIF, which we're going to do this semester. There are lists of organizations that you could choose one to join, design type organizations. There's lists of, job boards, online job boards. There's job agencies, a bunch of useful stuff. So just take a look at that. Accept your Dropbox invitation that will hopefully be on your CityTech email. Communication is either Zoom or email. If you have a project, you update your Dropbox. Now, on your Dropbox, you have a folder that has your name on it. And then right now, there's a folder in there that says week 1. So any projects that you're going to be showing me, and you're going to choose 3, you put it in there, ideally in PDF form. So 3 projects, PDF, stick it on week 1. Now, the following week, we'll meet again, and you'll have a new folder, and that says week 2. And you always put your work into the latest week. You don't put it into old weeks, because then we're just jumping around from folder to folder. All the updates go to the latest one, and it's very easy to find your work. Things can get very complicated online, especially when there's so many files flying around. Just put it in the latest week folder. So sometimes people will send me a Dropbox link, and that's just a pain in the neck. Just stick it in the folder. But you put it in the folder and you email me and tell me it's there, that's a different story. So week 7, this is my something or other campaign. You email me and say, my new campaign is in my folder. Then I know that it's there. Then I can go and take a look. If you don't tell me it's there, I won't know that it's there, because otherwise, there's only 7 students in this class. But meanwhile, I got to check through the folders all the time. Has Ralph updated his folder? I have to check. I'm not going to do that. That's just lots of work that is not saving time. So pretend I'm your boss and you say, oh, did you get the XYZ campaign in? I got an email. The XYZ campaign is in the Dropbox. Treat me as you would a boss. And this semester will go extremely smoothly. So Brightspace is mainly for storage. So there's the course material stuff in content that I told you about. There will also be sample resumes and sample portfolio, PDF portfolios I'll put up. I haven't quite gotten those up yet, but they will appear within the next week. I also make announcements. So the announcements on Brightspace automatically go to your emails. The problem with announcements that I've noticed from last semester using Brightspace is it appears on your email as a Brightspace. Now, Brightspace portfolio, and by the time you get to the end of that little title, it doesn't say who it's from. Now, you probably have a bunch of classes, and you probably have a bunch of semesters sending you announcements, and you get Brightspace, so you don't know that it's from me. So sometimes I'll do the announcement on Brightspace, and I'll also send you an email. It's not because I think you're stupid. I think that we're all have an avalanche of emails, so sometimes you'll get it twice. Don't worry about it. So yes, so announcements. The schedule has changed this week. Everyone has to go an hour later. This never happens. But anyway, the point is, it's an announcement that you need to know about. And then you have the content, which is the course materials and so on and so forth. And then there is assignments. Now, in the assignments section, they're not really assignments. What I do is I put the links to all the videos under assignments. So most weeks I will do a video like this one, and I'll send you the link. I'll put in the announcement and I'll email it to you. But I also store it on Brightspace, because say you're sick for a couple of weeks and you say, oh, I got to catch up with my videos. You go straight to Brightspace under assignments, and there's all the links, and it's very easy to catch up. It's important to keep up with these videos. The videos are a walkthrough, an instructional bunch of videos that show you how to get a job and show you how to thrive as a designer. So they're a very good idea to watch these videos. And there's a discussions bit, and we don't have a whole lot of online discussions, but we have some key ones. We will do an interview practice later in the semester, so you'll put that on discussions. And then the meeting schedule. Who's meeting with me when on Sunday mornings and Monday mornings. That will also be on content. So I don't expect you to remember all this stuff, but go to Brightspace and start to get an idea of how this is all going to function. So yes, like I said before, 3 projects from your previous classes. That doesn't count. If you did senior project last semester, you can include that. But if you didn't, senior project is going to be something separate you're going to be working on during the semester. So just, from advanced typography, campaign development, communication design, design team, all of those projects, you can choose those projects to put in, but just 3. And we'll talk about that when we meet on February the 9th and 10th. Also, I want you to write a 1-page self-assessment essay that you'll put in that first week folder as well. And basically, you're describing where you are in your design education, what your goals are in the industry, and how ready do you think you are. Please complete everything by Saturday the 8th when we meet. And that's the weekend when we also start our one-on-one online meetings. And our meeting will be at 11 a.m. And then the following day we'll have the meetings individually with you two. You individually on the Sunday and the Monday. So just so you know, this is the last week that you will get your assignments on a flyer. From then on, all the assignments will be contained in the class videos. So watch the videos and get your assignments. Now you get assignments. You have a couple of writing assignments, and you have a couple of things, group assignments that you do with other semester things. You go to an event and all this kind of stuff. But every single week, you're going to be updating your projects. So any assignments I give you are in addition to updating your project work. And that goes for a resume. You're going to do a resume soon. You might have a resume all over already, so that'll be fine. But you work on your resume, you also work on your projects. The projects always happen. And you start now and you go through to the end of the semester and you end up with a fabulous portfolio. If you say, oh, I got the resume done, I didn't get anything else done, it's like, no, that's not good enough. Every single week, project. Any questions, email me. But read the flyer and the syllabus first because they explain just about everything. Finally, if you're concerned about graduating and you're doing design team and senior project and you have an internship and you have a job and you might have a kid, and you feel like you can't finish all the work, that's actually pretty normal in your senior year, whether you're doing an online class or not. And that's why this year is such a challenge. This kind of pressure has its pluses and minuses. On the plus side, it can help you prepare for the real world. More and more design work, as I said, is done remotely now. On the minus side, sometimes you feel like you won't be able to pass your classes, that your degree won't be a good one, that you won't be able to get a job. So just let me tell you, this design education works. I see it every year. If you want some inspiration, you can go to a Facebook page called Ask a City Tech Grad. And sometimes I interview graduates who have been out in the design world for a while, and they tell us how they got into the business. You're probably not on Facebook these days, but if you want some inspiration, just jump on just so you can see Ask a City Tech Grad. And it really is inspirational. It makes you feel a lot better about all the crazy stuff you're going through now because it works. This design education really does work. As for a portfolio class, this class gives you a complete package for getting a job when you graduate. You finish with a website, portfolio PDF, a resume, a sample cover letter, and a whole set of videos that are designed with a single focus of getting you a job. So you will be very, very prepared by the end of the semester. For now, follow the assignments on the first class flyer, read the more detailed syllabus, make sure you're signed up to everything, all the technology, and you accept your invite to Dropbox. Any questions, email me. Remember, all of this stuff is on Brightspace, so if you forget what I've told you in this video, all of this information is still available to you. Welcome aboard, and I look forward to meeting with you February the 8th. Bye.